Hey there, this is 90 Days New Agent with Libby Boyd. Today what we're going to talk about is your farm. Now, I was doing a training the other day and a newer agent thought we were actually talking about buying and selling farmland. That is not what we're talking about. FARM is an acronym that stands for Focused Area of Real Estate Marketing. So what that is to really find an area that you feel really comfortable with, that you really want to develop. Now, we do like to think of it as a farm because we have to cultivate it. We have to carefully plan. We have to think about what we're working on and then kind of start to build that up. We got to get the ground ready, plant some seeds, and keep giving it nutrients and water and sunlight, and it will grow. So how do we do that? First thing we need to do is actually select an area. Different research says anywhere from like 300 to 500 homes is usually a good amount based on how long people stay in their homes and how much turnover there is. So if you can find an area that generally you like, maybe it's close to where you currently live or an aspirational neighborhood, but if you really focus on that area and pick out those 300 to 500 homes that you want to create as your farm. Throughout this training process, you will have a lot of activities based on that farm area. So it's important that you pick the area early, get your database, and don't give up. Once we start to develop this area, it might not happen right away and most likely won't happen right away. But research has shown, I have heard many amazing stories where someone stays at it and keeps working that particular farm area and eventually they become the neighborhood expert. We'll have a lot more activities based on this, but I just want you today to know what a farm is, to go ahead and figure out where you want your farm to be, and then start to pull that database. Now there are several ways you can get that database. Title companies are great at pulling those. You can pull it usually from your own MLS. So however you want to pull it, I want you to get a database with every single name and address, and generally there's information. When they last bought, when they last sold, how many bedrooms, if they have a fenced-in backyard even. A lot of these MLSs will have a lot of data. Now just grab all of the data for now. There'll be other activities down the road where you actually are sending them postcards. You're going to go for a walk in your farm area. I have a huge 3-ring binder, and anytime a property comes up, I get notified because I set it up on my MLS, and then I go and actually preview the property and have notes. So when somebody says, I'm thinking about listing my home in my farm, would you be interested in listing? I'm like, yeah, of course. When I show up for that listing presentation, I can say, here's every home that was sold in the last 3 years. I've toured it and made notes for myself. So you ready? Get out there, figure out where you want your farm to be, and start to cultivate and grow that area.